Hi there, welcome back to JD Answers. Today I have the LLANO 8K splitter. Now this LLANO splitter supports 8K at 60 Hz, 4K at 120 Hz, and 1080p at 240 Hz, and it's back and forward compatible. Now this is a bi-directional HDMI switch splitter. It also has gold-plated HDMI selectors. This HDMI 2.1 supports high bandwidth of 48 gigabytes per second data transmission for stable video, display, and audio. It also has a micro USB port for power if needed. This splitter has a top button that lets you select which source is on. Just simply press the button to easily switch the input sources or monitors or TV. No need to disconnect any cables, you do it all from the top button. Now it also has lights indicating which device is running. Now with this HDMI splitter, you could connect two sources to one display. Now the type of sources could be game consoles, computers, Blu-ray players, and cameras. Now this works well with the PS5 and the Xbox X series because it supports the 4K at 120 Hz. Now you can also connect one source to two displays, such as monitors, TVs, or even projectors. Just simply go to your sources settings and set it to the 4K at 120 Hz. It's not going to do it automatically for you. You're going to have to go into the settings and switch that. Now this can only support one display at a time. So if you have your computer connected to two monitors, you could switch the displays back and forth to which one you need. It will not control both of them at the same time, only one at a time. Now just make sure you have the right cables. Now you can do all the settings you need in your sources, but you got to have the right cables because not all HDMI cables are the same. You got 1.4, you got a 2.0 and a 2.1. 2.1 is what you need to get the 8K at 60 Hz. Now HDMI 2.0 supports 18 gigabytes per second. Now the 2.1 HDMI cable supports 48 gigabytes per second, which is an increase of 150%. Now the 48 gigabytes is enough bandwidth to carry uncompressed 4K video at 120 frames per second and 8K at 60 frames per second. The 8K delivers impressive viewing experience with twice the horizontal and vertical resolution of 4K. This also has VRR, which is variable refresh rate. This is the key for getting a smooth, artifact-free picture when gaming, ensuring a clear image for both offline and competitive games. The VRR eliminates this by syncing the refresh rate of the display of the console's output. Now this also has the dynamic HDR chroma at 4 at 2 at 0, or 4 at 2 at 2, or 4 at 4 at 4, and supports Dolby Vision and HDCP 2.3 compliant for the new technology. I have one of these splitters at my entertainment center in my living room, and I also have one of these that I use for this monitor right here. I have my computer on the floor and then I have my laptop, and I got one monitor. So when I connect my laptop, I switch them back and forth for the monitor. So when I'm working on my laptop, I could use my 36 monitor for that. And then when I need a toggle to my desktop, well, I could toggle by simply pressing the top button, and then I could use the desktop and I toggle back and forth for different areas that I need. That's how I use it here. Now we're putting the LLANO splitter to a test. I have one of the cords, which is an 8K cord, going to the TV. Then I have the other cord going to the monitor. Now this is all hooked up to my laptop. So, and I do have the power connected to the micro USB port. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and switch it. Right now it's on this monitor. And then as I switch it, it's going to go up to the TV, at which you can see it right there going up. You saw this one go blank, and then now it's at the TV. We're going to switch it back, and then it should go back to the monitor, and you can see it already configuring back in there. Now I'm going to show you this with the power cord. I'm going to take off the power cord and switch it back and see if you really do need the power cord. And you can see it already going back to the TV which it works without the power. But let's go back to the monitor. And there you go. It's back. Works flawlessly, and it switches in and out without any power needed. For this next test, I have an Xbox and I have a Nintendo DS. Now for the TV, I still have it connected to the HDMI cable here, and I have the red cable connected to the Xbox, and I have the Nintendo Switch connected to this port input as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and toggle them back and forth. Right now it's connected to the Nintendo DS, so I'm going to switch it to the Xbox. And right now Fall Guys should be on. And then I can switch it back and forth. Alright, so now I'm going to switch it back to Nintendo DS. And there it goes on top. So now I'm going to show you one more thing with this test. Is I'm actually going to take off the power cord from the micro USB, and then I'm going to switch it back and forth. And right now it should go back to the Nintendo DS, which it is. I'm sorry, the Xbox. Now going back to the Nintendo DS, and it's switching back and forth without a power cord. So the power cord is great, but you really don't need it for most functions because it gets most of the power from the devices itself. If this item is right for you, I'll put links in the description down below to purchase. If this video was helpful for you, please give me that thumbs up because I appreciate that from you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and select all notifications for all upcoming videos. If you have any questions or comments about this products or any products that I have, leave them in the comment section down below and I'll get back to you. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe!